Hi everyone, today in this video I'm going to be showing you how I made this little spaceman from Lethal Company. To get started, you're going to need some polymer clay. I'm using orange, yellow, black, and gray, but you can switch out the orange for just about any color that you would like your spaceman to be. After conditioning my clay, I took some black and I'm going to roll it into a ball for the head. After rolling it into a ball, I just pressed my finger onto one face of it so that it would have a little flat surface for me to put the glass visor eye hole later. Next, I am taking some orange and I rolled that into, oh, I dropped it. Oops. So I rolled it into a ball and then I'm just pinching it a little bit so that it's kind of a teardrop shape. I then just flattened up the tip and put a little piece of wire in there with some liquid clay. This isn't completely necessary, like we're gonna be coating it in resin later, so it'll definitely be strong enough. I just like to do this because I've had some casualties in the past. Anyway, so before I put the head on, we're gonna just roll out a little bit of gray clay. Pretty thin. I didn't want there to be a lot of bulk. If you want it to be chunky, you could have it as chunky as you like. I just don't personally like that look. So I rolled out my gray clay super thin and I'm just gonna cut it into a rectangle and place it on the face. Next, I'm just going to roll out a little bit of black clay into a little worm, and I'm going to cut off the ends so that they're flat at the ends. And we're just going to add that around the perimeter of the gray rectangle so it has a little lip. This is a very subtle detail in the game, but I think it gives this little guy a lot of character. And I don't know, I think it looks a lot better and a little bit more that kind of like chibi style, which is kind of what I'm going for. I just want to be a little chunky and cute. So I did this. If you don't want to do that, then you don't have to do that. You also can smooth this into the face. I just don't personally like that look, but if you want to do that, you can do that. Then for the little filters, I'm taking some black clay and rolling them into little balls, and then I flattened them a little bit before I put them on the face. And I'm putting them in the bottom corners of the rectangle. That's where it is in the game. I guess that's kind of self-explanatory. But yeah, then the head is done, and we're then gonna put it onto our body. After attaching the head, I am rolling out some orange clay so that we can make the arms. I'm rolling it out and then cutting it like this so that they're the same like amount of clay so that they'll be more symmetrical and the same. This is just a tip that I learned from sculpting for a while and now it's bestowed upon you. So for the arm, for the little glove, I'm taking a little bit of black and just adding it to the tip of the hand. I got a little clay on me. And then you can't really see it super well, but I'm like rolling it between my fingers to smoothen the seam between the color change. I personally just think that this looks better. If you prefer the like bubbly look of it just being there, you can do that too. I then attached it to the body and I'm using a needle tool to kind of smooth it into the body. I know this looks a little odd now, but when we add other details, it'll cover it up and it would just look a little bulky if we didn't do this. I didn't actually intend on that, but it was a happy accident. Before moving on to the legs, I decided to just do the little collar seam for where the helmet touches the suit. This is also in the game, and I think it really helps to kind of disguise how awkward it looks when this isn't there. I've crocheted a Lethal Company spaceman, and not having that there also makes it look awkward. So if when you're doing your creative liberties, I would just recommend doing this. I then just smoothed it in the back because, like a Christmas tree, no one's gonna look at the back. And so far, this is our little guy. Like, look at him. He's so cute. I can't even. He's so cute. So anyway, moving on, we're gonna do the legs. And the legs are the same process as the hands. They're just bigger. I made the legs pretty fat. I won't lie. But he's super cute. I'm looking at him right now. He sits on my microphone. And he keeps me company while I'm gaming. Here you can see I'm attaching the leg. I'm just kind of pushing it on there and not smoothing it on. If you don't plan on glazing with resin, I would recommend putting a wire with some liquid clay in the legs, just because they could potentially snap if you don't glaze it in resin. Anyway, moving on, I am rolling out some black clay for the little belt and the crisscrosses from the oxygen pack that you wear when you play. So I'm just cutting some thin pieces of black clay here, and I'm gonna place one around the waist and then crisscrossing over the front. With every strip that I place, I'm making sure that it's touching itself in the back, and I am smoothing it into itself so that it's nice and smooth. This last part I kind of wish that I didn't do because you can't really see it when you're looking at him, but for the sake of detail, you can include it. I'm just rolling 2 equally sized yellow balls in my fingers, and then I'm gonna roll them into cylinders with one side being flat and the other tapered just a little bit, and then I'm gonna stick those to the back of our spaceman. After that, I baked him per my package's instructions, and then I gave mine 2 layers of resin, but you may only need 1, and that is it. That is my little spaceman from Lethal Company. If you would like to see me make anything else, leave a comment down below. I was thinking of maybe making the monsters from Lethal Company. I think that would be cool, but let me know. Bye!